Alright, what I'm going to do here is do a search for Martin Luther King Jr. and we're going to take a look at some of the sites that we've got here. So looking down through here, I am at the 6th site, martinlutherking.org. Looking at .org, that seems like it would be a good site. I've got a .org here as well, a biography one, which I don't really care. I'm not too concerned with the National Park Service. Nobelprize.org might be interesting. Wikipedia, looking for more of a primary source. So I'm gonna try this one. True Historical Examination, focused on students. That's interesting. Historical writings. The Truth About King. That's interesting. Who he fought. It's a very awkward way to put that. The King Holiday, Civil Rights Library. Jews and civil rights. Now that's the first interesting, really kind of red flag here. Why in the world are we talking about the Jewish people of the Jewish faith? Another one here, rap lyrics. This is Martin Luther King is very previous to rap lyrics. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see this little section of text. The night King retired to his room in the Willard Hotel. The FBI bugs reportedly picked up 14 hours of party chatter, clinking of glasses, and sound of illicit sex, including King's cries of, "I'm an effing for God. I'm not a Negro tonight." That's interesting. Date of 1998. Very interesting publishing date for Newsweek. We have some other things. The Martin Luther King holiday being repealed, black invention myths, more about Kwanzaa with a uncomfortable number of exclamation points, which doesn't seem too incredibly legitimate. Let's check out what the flyers for our school looks like here. The beast is saint. Interesting. Let's check that one out. Okay. Hopefully quickly. Let's see. When the communists took over for a country. King's brazen cheating. We have communist beliefs and connections. This King bought sex. Hey, interesting. I'm going to doubt the validity of what we're looking at here. Let's go back real quick and take a look at a couple other things. Let's see if we can find an author. We have a discussion forum. We have a civil rights library hosted by Stormfront. So let's see. Stormfront. The White Pride Worldwide, which even this doesn't even appear to be a legitimate website because we're just looking at a forum of people's opinions. It's trades and skills, revisionism, quotations, money talks, homemaking. We just have a gigantic forum here. Let's see if we can pick up anything else. So I'm going to do a Google search for Stormfront here in a new tab. The white nationalist community takes us back here. So I mean, not only would you probably not want to take this organization's word for anything on Martin Luther King, I'm not even sure that I would trust their own website as a source for information. Let's take a look at rap lyrics because that's interesting. I'm not sure what Martin Luther King Jr. has to do with this Apache rapper saying kill the white people, but I'm sure they have something that they think is important there. Kind of my reflection on this is, you know, we do have a .org extension here on the website. It was in number 6 on our web search. So a student trusting Google could very easily get here. It does appear to be focused at students. A lot of this, it's not a extremely well put together website, but it doesn't have any huge red flags that go off immediately. It looks pretty much like relatively poorly designed websites. That doesn't necessarily mean they're bad, but it really does take quite a careful look to pick out some of the things that are a little bit off here. When you start looking down historical writings, Truth About King, Death of the Dream, King Holiday, Civil Rights Library, those all look completely legitimate. This was the first one for me, The Jews and Civil Rights. Suggested books, that seems totally reasonable. Rap lyrics is very odd. We have this very interesting quotation apparently from Newsweek magazine in 1998. Why that would be so many years after the fact, no idea. So there's a few things that start to look a little bit weird. I mean, even down here, when you look at the Civil Rights Library, you have a picture of a African American man and a colored man sitting together in what would probably be the segregated South. So I mean, they're trying to draw students in. There's no question, or people in general. I would say probably students because the banner up here is attention students. So they're deliberately going out of their way to mislead people who aren't going to look at this with a really critical eye. I think this is a great and somewhat sad example of why the newer literacies of being able to evaluate resources not only for their content but for their authorship, if they're a trusted source, things like that are becoming more and more important in what our students are encountering today.